There are some ruddy, confusing things in this world, like how I became so bald. Luckily, Reno is here to explain it all. And may God help us.
So welcome along today for Reno Explains It All, live on Cre8 FM. For the next 2.5 hours, I will be taking the reins for you and, well, we'll talk about a few different things. Today's main subject is judgment calls. We'll be discussing where you make a judgment out of gut feeling instead of out of logic. Or even if you don't have the logic to know about a certain situation. And you have no choice but to choose something that your mind just says, that's it. Let me know if a judgment call you might have made recently. You can email me studio@cre8radiofm.net, or you can text me on 60300, starting message with OMG, and standard network rates do apply. Our second theme, which we'll be launching up later on, is going to be ghosts. It's not Halloween, I know, but I still want to talk about ghosts. Have you ever seen a ghost? Do you believe in ghosts? Or do you think that's all just rubbish? Get your opinions in. Text me 60300, starting message with OMG. And starting at 4 o'clock, we're going to be going on with the old feature I started yesterday called What I Done Found on That There Internet. I got something very special lined up for you guys. And of course, up until 6 o'clock, we'll be having some of the best music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. Some tracks you will never have heard of. And hopefully, you'll learn a few things. We'll learn a few things about each other, won't we? It's 87.7 FM, Cre8 Radio. Hope you enjoy that one, guys. Welcome to Cre8 Radio FM, live across Stoke-on-Trent, North Staffs, and Newcastle, of course. 87.7 FM, and of course online around the globe. Currently looking at the the listener map, and we've got listeners in Canada, America, Germany, and the UK. So I'd like to welcome everybody on board to this show, and of course everybody in Stoke. Let me know who you are, where you are. Text me 60300. Start that message with OMG, and if you want to put your name on the end, that's good. Today, judgment calls. Have you made any judgment calls recently that have changed your life in any way? Has there been a point where you just said, well, I know it's down to heart, not down to logic? Let me know what you think. studio@cre8radiofm.net. Bonkers there by Dizzy Rascal. And the funny thing is, despite people hating that song, they also love it. When I first played that song, everyone was going, whoa, what are you doing with that song? And then by the end of it, everyone was going, yeah, Reno, good choice there, good choice. Oh dear. Let's see if anyone actually recognises this sound. Anyone recognise this? This is a bed I want to use, but I reckon people will actually recognise what it's from. Absolutely classic. Oh dear. Right, in 10 minutes' time, we'll be doing the second part of What I Done Found on That There Internet. Wicked a cappella songs from the old YouTube. But first, we need to discuss a few things, people. Well, judgment calls. Which ones have you made? And also ghosts. Do you believe in ghosts? Personally, I'm undecided. I always used to love watching Most Haunted. I thought Most Haunted was so cool. And then I realised that half of it's completely acted. Derek Akora, what's he playing at? But then again, it's, I don't know, ghosts with things, certain videos are total fake hoaxes. I mean, YouTube is the sort of place where these sort of things just go crazy. And, I mean, a lot of people say, nah, ghosts don't exist, ghosts don't exist. But then they get scared by films like Paranormal Activity, which are meant to be based on, well, meant to look real. And you'd have to believe in something like that happening in reality for it to be able to be taken in by it, surely. I don't know, let me know what you think. Send me an email, studio@cre8radiofm.net. Now, as requested by somebody in the chat, I can't remember who it was, Somebody requested it, we're going to do it anyway. This is Daft Punk with Around the World. Stoke-on-Trent, you have been rickrolled by Brandon. Don't blame me. He requested this yesterday and I refused to play it. For the sake of context, I'll explain to you what rickrolling is. It actually also sort of involves YouTube. It's mainly about YouTube. It's where you promise something normal and then you randomly just play this song, usually with a music video. Some rickrolls have been crazy. I've seen people dress up as Rick Astley at a basketball game with a big beatbox and just jumping around during the mid-show, like the mid-game bit, just running around with a beatbox, like miming the lyrics, trying to be Rick Astley. I've seen ones where they played the video on a massive screen at a baseball game in America. That was crazy. I've done a rickroll myself on YouTube with one of my first videos. They're all over the place. Where there were things that people want to see. For example, the new footage before Halo 3 came out for the Xbox. They did. People were saying, "Yeah, I've got the trailer," or "Yeah, I've got exclusive gameplay footage of this game," and you'd click on it, and then you just get that song, and it would just say, "You've been rickrolled." So that was a big thing a couple of years ago. They tried to rickroll the charts for the Christmas #1, didn't they? Wasn't last year. It was the year before. Yeah, the year before last. The one before the Rage Against the Machine campaign thing, which I was very much in favour of, very much a part of the Rage Against the Machine Christmas campaign. I'd say good friends with John Mortar, who runs it. It was really funny. I took a screen grab of him when he was on BBC News during the campaign, and then I tagged him in the picture, and then he commented on it, and I was like, "Oh, I know someone who's kind of famous. That's quite cool, isn't it?" His Little Boots. Cre8 FM.